And much like those people who have nothing better to do, I have nothing better to do than to play franchise right now. So we're doing it. We're doing it live. We're doing it. Let's make this happen. We're about ready for the beginning of a new season in our free agent only challenge. This is the squad as it starts off this beautiful season. Again, the big acquisition, Dylan Holloway, Luke Cunnin, both brought in as RFAs. Cunnin wasn't quite the guy that we wanted to get, but that's okay, Luke. That's okay. I still believe in you. Have no fear. You'll be all right. Defensively, brought in Ty Smith last year as well. It's a decent defense. We also signed Brett Pesce out of nowhere. Goaltenders, Peter Mrazek, Matt Shogard. What's the worst that could happen? Colin White, Olaf Lindbaum, Jack Rathbone, the hero of the team. We'll see what the squad can do. I am going to continue that trend of just, hey, whoever's the best sticks around. Because it's kind of the best way to handle it. When we know that we are kind of boned when it comes to long-term contracts. We got to play it really safe with the money. Not allowed to trade, not allowed to draft. You guys know the deal by this point. This will be the first all-AI draft class as well. Joaquin Raymond, Thomas Iskalainen. Got some good names in the draft, at least. Give it that. Got some decent names. I'm just going to hope that this team can do its best. Axel Anderson suffers a concussion. I think he was in the minors with us at this point. Ten, 6, and 1. Not the best, but not the worst. Getting closer towards the top spot in the division. There we go, December 1st. So 15, 6, and 1. It's not bad. Dylan Holloway leads this team in points. Also not bad. Let's see what we got for this team. I want to start off in goal. Mrazek has a 915. Shogard has a 932. Beautiful. Defensively, we'll start off here with our buddy, Mr. Ty Smith, who, is doing very, very well. Nick Hague is also doing quite well to start the year. And then there's Olli Juolevi, who has been one of our better defenders over the past few years. He's struggling to start the year. Next to old Alex, who has been pretty decent. Henryoki Harju has also been decent. Might be due for a bump up in line. And then Brett Pesce has been our second best defenseman, really. So that's not bad. I mean, messing with the chemistry could screw things up. That -1 is very unfortunate for those two, but I'm not against the -1. Not at all. Not a big deal. Probably won't hurt us that much. So that'll be the defense moving forward. No one's been bad enough that they got to get taken out, but Olli Juolevi could be on thin ice before we try out somebody else. For the forwards, Kubalik was fantastic last year, and he is off to a pretty damn good start. Pierre-Luc Dubois was our best forward last year. He's off to a slightly worse start than what I was hoping for, but not too bad. Mangiapane has been pretty damn good, though, so I'm pretty happy with that top line. KK, what do we got for Jesperi Kotkaniemi? He has been arguably our best forward so far this season, at least what we've seen so far. And then Dylan Holloway shows up and is just crushing it. Vitaly Kravtsov as well, back from Russia. He's had a very good season. Top 6 have been good so far. Tex, not bad. He got another chance. Let's see. Stud. Not awful. Not amazing. Jordan Kyrou cannot play defense, but he can put up points. No matter what it is, no matter who he plays with, Kyrou cannot play defense. Philippe Daoust got the chance this year. And so far, so good from him. Luke Cunnin has also been pretty damn good. I'm happy with this team right now. Ruzicka. Bit slow out of the gates on that fourth line. Okay. So, if we were to kind of reestablish what we're doing here, the team is winning, but I think we can take a little bit of a step forward. If we were to reevaluate what's going on with our team here, I think we know what we would do. And that is, shockingly, basically make our second line our first line. They have been the better of the lines so far. Third line is going to be Cunnin with Kyrou and Tex. Stud will be dropped down. From what I can tell, we got the best centers for the job. That's perfect. So yeah, we're going to reward Kotkaniemi, Holloway, Kravtsov. They've been good. Goaltending's been good. I'm feeling decent about this. Kana, hello. You did miss the roster editing portion of this. We were also keeping an eye on a California police chase as they were tracking down. It wasn't quite an 18-wheeler, but it was close. 3 hours later, they still haven't caught the guy. Kana's been worth the second round pick so far. I agree. I mean, even already, right? Like, he's outperformed every other person in the bottom six to start the year. Like, that's fairly impressive. That is fairly impressive. 24-11-2. Those changes paid off. Team keeps getting better. Dylan Holloway for a first and a third is looking great. In goal, Sjogard at 924, Mrazek at 924. That's outstanding. On the blue line, let's see what we got for kind of updated numbers here. So Ty Smith has been phenomenal. Brett Pesce has been phenomenal. Still on a really good upward trajectory. Nick Hague, not so much like a massive upward trajectory, but he's been okay. Yoki Haru, same thing, like they were okay together. Oli Levy, good bounce back for Oli. Very good bounce back for Oli. He needed that. And then Alexiev, also with a good bounce back. So really, the only change I would probably make is if we're going to keep rewarding people off of how they're playing. Alexiev and Yoki Haru are going to swap. It does mean there's a -2 in terms of chemistry, but again, I'm not overly worried about it. And then for the forwards, so again, Kotkaniemi. What do we have for you? A fantastic improvement is what we have. Dylan Holloway has been outstanding. Vitaly Kravtsov, still pretty damn good. Still pretty damn good. Kubalik has also been pretty damn good. Kubalik's been our second best forward we've looked at so far. PLD, also looking good. And Giappani has been our second best forward behind Holloway. So there is the argument of these lines work, or we continue that trend of just playing people who have performed the best. Tex had another really, really good month. Very happy with him. Cunnin, not quite the same pace, but still pretty damn good. And then Jordan Kyrou could actually play some defense that month. I think we have pretty damn good lines set up right now. We could fiddle. We could fiddle and adjust if need be. Stud really didn't do much in the last month, and Ruzicka technically got worse. Interesting. So we can keep the top 6 the way it is. Otherwise, it would be Holloway, Kubalik, Mangiapane. Which would basically just be swapping the wings to the top 6. Grizz, what is happening? How are ya? Get us a chemistry boost. You know, let's give it another month. For basically the top 9. But I'm not overly impressed with Stud or Ruzicka. Ruzicka had a bit of a down month. It's just not quite what we're looking for. So he's going to be sent down. And getting the call up here. There's a lot of different options. We actually got to go take a look at who our best AHL player has been. Might be Samu Tuomaala. Old Samu. Yeah, it's been Tuomaala. He has been our best player. You got Liam Foudy with the goal-scoring lead, but no doubt Samu Tuomaala has been our best option. He's an X-factor as well, which should help out the chemistry of that 4th line, which is already decent, but we don't know how good it'll be now. So if we lose Ruzicka to waivers, so be it. I'm not worried about it. We've lost higher rated dudes to that. Higher rated dudes than that to waivers. Ruzicka for Tuomaala. And indeed, Ruzicka's been claimed by the Detroit Red Wings. So that is what it is. He really didn't have an overly impressive start. Stud will take a seat for Colin White. And Tuomaala will be in on that right-hand side. Fortunately, not the best chemistry in the world, but I'm intrigued to see what they can do. So that is the team. That is the team. Oh, God, it's back, huh? I'll let you guys focus on the chase. We'll have to go back to it in a minute. All right. That's the team for the next month. Burnaby. Burnaby. We can get away with best lines. So we'll do just that. Let's keep moving. 24, 11, and 2. Next move you're targeting. In terms of for this team, we've made the playoffs 2 years in a row. We just need to... Endo, I could not get copywritten. You know that. Don't be stupid. Oof. Dylan Holloway. Dylan Holloway gets hurt. He's going to be out not for long, thankfully. Brett Pesce also gets hurt. That's good. That's good. That's fun. Lose our #1 center at the moment. Well, Jack, you got a great opportunity to make up for it. Fair use. Yeah, Endo, that's not how it fucking works. You know that. You know that that's not how shit works. Oh, God. Guys, you're not changing my mind, so stop. Alright, we get Pesce back in there. Let's keep moving. 29, 16, and 4. Holloway still leads the team in points. He had a bit of a down month there, though. Despite minimum changes. Mrazek, 924. The goaltending's still outstanding. On defense, what do we have? Ty Smith. Just as good as he was last month. Not a major improvement. That's a little bit concerning. Pesce as well. Slight improvement for him. Nothing too crazy. Nick Hague was outstanding last month. Alexiev was also outstanding. Those two really found their groove as a D pairing. And then Olli Levy. Slight improvements. Yoki Haru. A bit of a down note. He hasn't been bad this year, but he was the only guy who had a bit of a down stretch there. And Jack got the opportunity to play and was tragic. So, sorry to Jack, but, oof. Oof. Looks like Kalen Addison has been the best guy. Rathbone clears waivers. Kalen Addison will be the new guy on the third pair. Because we are going to take out Yoki Haru after a down month and test out Kalen Addison. It is unfortunately even worse for the chemistry, but again, I'm not overly worried about that -3. I'm not. For the forwards. For the forwards. What do we got here? So, Kakaniemi. Decent improvement. Nothing too crazy. Holloway just keeps getting better. He's the best player we've had on this team so far already. He keeps up this pace. Kravtsov, also really good improvements. Kubalik, not doing much in the way of scoring goals, but he is playing well this year. Also still on an upward trajectory. PLD, big time upward trajectory for him as well. And then Mangiapane, still on that upward trajectory. I mean, you could still argue dropping Kotkaniemi and Kravtsov for Kubalik and Mangiapane. But I think, we know that these lines kind of work for us. Tex continues to get better. He's been really good this season. Cunnin continues to get better. Nothing too crazy. And then Jordan Kyrou. Big step up in the last month for Jordan Kyrou. We're looking good. I mean, you could say a little bit more high-end talent up top on the wings would help. Happy with Daoust. He's continuing to get better. Colin White, obviously it wasn't anything too crazy, but it was decent. And unfortunately, Tuamala just did not click. Tuamala just wasn't ready for prime time. So we'll give Stud another opportunity here, most likely. As long as he didn't regress. And he didn't. He actually got a little bit better. So yeah, Tuamala will get dropped. And we will bump up Foodie. It was decent enough last time. So we'll see what Foodie's able to do. If he gets the opportunity, which would be due to injury, so hopefully not. I think again, we'll leave it as is. See if Dylan Holloway can keep kind of carrying those guys to a better spot. Again, trade deadline's not a thing for us. Let's go to March 1st, though. Nick Hague immediately gets hurt. So a good chance for Kalen Addison here. Who then immediately gets hurt. Ty Smith gets hurt. Hague is healthy. This team is falling apart. Ty Smith is healthy. If I'm not mistaken, it would be Ty Smith here. Hague here. And Yoki Haru there. The defense is going to be very weird. Olli Levy gets hurt. He'll be out for less than a week, though. Nick Hague gets hurt again. Jesus. Lexi Haimasalmi, congratulations. It's your opportunity now, because holy fuck. Well, apparently Olli Levy can return to action now. This is nuts. This is nuts. Levy's fully healthy. somehow keep winning games with this broken up defense. Let's get Liam Foudy out of there. For the love of God, we'll get Jaime Salmi a couple of games, I guess, at least 1 or 2. 39-19-4. Somehow, we are in second place in the division. That was a bonkers month in terms of injuries. Both goaltenders have still been fantastic. On the defensive side, I have no idea what to expect here. Not a damn clue. Ty Smith actually showed improvements. Brett Pesce showed improvements. Olli Levy showed a lot of improvement when healthy. Alexiev had a really good month. Nick Hague actually had a bit of a down month when he played. Jaime Salmi is not seeing his NHL stats tracked for the year. Did he not? I guess he never played. That has to be why. That leaves Kalen Addison, who was a disaster when he played. And Yoki Haru, who stepped up a little bit. So Addison's definitely not coming back. Yoki Haru is the worst defenseman on the team, so we will try out Jaime Salmi. Just to see what he can do, but I mean, Yoki Haru is still, at the very least, he's our 6'7" guy. Regardless of where he actually ends up playing. So again, we still have Smith, Pesce, we have Alexiev and Haig. Levy will be with Jaime Salmi just to test it out. Not too worried. And then forward-wise, what are we dealing with from there? So Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Very good improvement. Very good improvement in the last month. Dylan Holloway has 41 goals. So yes, creative players can still do very well. Holloway is a freak. Vitaly Kravtsov had a very good month as well. So that top line had a very good February. Kubalik would still be a better option on that top line than Kotkaniemi or Kravtsov. PLD also doing really well. And then Mangiapane is the best on that second line. Again, it's the same thing. I could swap the wingers and get Holloway some more prolific wingers, but Kubalik, Mangiapane, PLD has been a fantastic line for over a season now, almost 2 full seasons. Let's see, Luke Cunnin had a decent month, so did Tex. And Jordan Kyrou had another. Jordan Kyrou's been great in the back half of the season. And then Philippe Daoust, we gave him a chance this year. He's been fantastic. Jack Studnicka just had a great month. Colin White, he hasn't really done much. He hasn't really done much. We're going to give Liam Foudy the chance now. Let me go check something really quickly, but I think we're about done with Colin White. Unfortunately, hasn't really worked out for him, as it looks like it's either Kurashev or Anderson Dolan. We've given Anderson Dolan opportunities before, and it hasn't really worked, which is why he's in the AHL. So I think we'll give Kurashev the next shot. So I'm not afraid to drop White. And we'll bump up Anderson Dolan and Kurashev. Apparently that'd be over the allowable limits. Who am I forgetting up top? I guess the fact that Foudy's there. Let's just go with Kurashev then. Colin White clears waivers, which isn't surprising because he's still on that deal Ottawa signed him to. He'll fit in pretty well in the AHL. And that'll leave us with Kurashev as a healthy scratch for the moment until we see what Footy can do. Which, I mean, God, Footy was playing defense and he has better fucking numbers than Colin White, so. Alright. I think that is the team moving forward. We're going to give Haimasami a chance here on defense. Otherwise, it'll be Yokiharu. Basically, Yokiharu is the weakest link of our normal 6. We got to see if there's somebody better than him. If not, then it will be him, and it is likely to be him. Haimasami gets that last chance to prove he should be the guy. So let's go. We'll go straight to April 1st. We are very much on pace to make the playoffs again. Trade deadline, obviously, we're not going to worry about. Any major blockbusters? Max Domi and a prospect for Ryan Ellis. Kalen Addison's back. Kalen, sorry to tell you, you're going down. He clears waivers too, which is brutal. That somebody that good could clear waivers, but it kind of shows what people think of him at this point. Holloway sprains his ankle, so Philip Kurashev, come on down. Be a great chance for you. Were there any other kind of crazy trades here? Domiella's deal. Jonathan Taves is now a Panther. Following in Coach Q's footsteps. Dmitry Orlov's on Tampa. Gergenson's to Anaheim. Tower Toffoli's a King once more. Sam Steele and Logan Stanley, Delta Calgary. Travis Dermott's in Chicago. Noah Ostlund for Ryan McDonough. Philip Ronnick's in Vancouver, so is Adam Larson. Brock Nelson's in New Jersey. Phil Myers in Winnipeg. A lot of prospects over the next couple of years involved in those deals, too. So, Philip Kurashev. You have yourself one hell of an opportunity here, sir. If you cannot outdeal or outduel Footy, then Footy's going to get that spot. 43 wins. Holloway's back. How did Kurashev do? He was in a great role, but goddamn. Goddamn, he did pretty well. I think we have an easy choice here. Philip Kurashev. We're going to keep you in. Prove to me that I'm making the right choice. Prove to me that I'm making the right choice heading into the playoffs. Might be able to hit 50 wins as well. Haimasami gets hurt. And let's take a look here. We'll go day by day. The team will stay the same. We have clinched a playoff spot for the 3rd year in a row. The question is the seeding, and it looks like the Golden Knights will clinch that top spot. We'd have to win out, and they'd have to drop the ball. Haimasami, I'm sorry, but your trial is done. The Golden Knights have clinched the top record in the conference. We are 3 points clear of the Oilers. They have a game at hand. So we are once again fighting for home ice, and we're going to get it. Yeah. So it will be, I believe, another duel with the Edmonton Oilers. But this team again makes the playoffs. This time we have Dylan Holloway on our side, so hopefully that works out. Goaltending was fantastic all season long. Makes me wonder what scoring was like league-wide, but our goaltending apparently is not an issue. The defensive side of things. Let's get a look at these final numbers here. So, Ty Smith absolutely went off in the final month and a half or so of the season. He is incredible. And Brett Pesce alongside him as well had a great month. And change. Nick Hague. Fantastic. Down the stretch. Alex Alexiev. Fantastic down the stretch. Our top 4 is looking damn good. Olli Levy. Bit of a downtime for him as of late. And Mr. Yoki Haru technically stepped up. How are we looking for Haimasalmi? Okay, well, we got our answer. We got our answer. Our defense is set in stone. -2 in all in that third pair. That's what we're going with. It's in the order of how good they've been this year. That's what we're going with. No doubt about it. No one does well with Olli. Olli was great for us last year. I mean, I know what you're saying in that he struggled to find like a solid defense partner this year, but he hasn't been dreadful. He's been fine for a third pairing defenseman. So yeah, Haimasalmi definitely will not be in the depth role. He'll be back down to the minors. I'm not even going to call anybody up in the depth role. We'll just make that AHL defense as strong as possible. And then the forwards. We might have some controversy here. Let's find out. Kakaniemi had an incredible end of the season. Holy shit. Oh my god. I mean, basically, in terms of his output, it felt like he almost stopped. Like, he crushed it. He absolutely crushed it. Dylan Holloway scored like 14 goals since the last time we checked. Dylan Holloway, I mean, Kakaniemi this season is better than any player has been for us so far in this challenge. And then Dylan Holloway smashed that. Vitaly Kravtsov as well. Really, really good. And then we get Dominik Kubalik. And then we get Dominik Kubalik, who was also really good. Pierre-Luc Dubois was also really good. Best way to sum that up. He had a really strong end. Kubalik, both had a great end of the season, and I imagine, yeah, Mangiapane as well. Only move I'd consider making is Mangiapane for Kravtsov, but it's such a fine difference. Like, there's barely a difference there that we're okay. Our top six was fantastic this year. Tex, how well did you do, sir? Tex was pretty good in the final month of the season. Luke Cunnin for a random draft pick we couldn't even use. Kind of even. Healy, this is free agents only. We did not make trades. We did not draft. We only sign free agents. See how well we can do. And we're heading into the playoffs here again soon, and we're looking pretty damn good. Jordan Kyrou was fantastic this year as well. Philippi Daoust had his worst run of the season. His worst month of the year. Stud, And then Foodie had a pretty good month. I think we have our bottom six set up here as well. I'm a little bit worried about the fourth line. Well, actually, not for Foodie, but excuse me, for Kurashev. I was looking at my my other setup. So Kurashev might have stolen that spot from. He absolutely stole that spot from Foodie. Kurashev's looking like a freak in terms of just how good he was in such a short amount of time. So hate to say it, but Liam Foodie. Honestly, if we lose him, I'll send him down once waivers aren't in order. We'll wait literally a day to send him down. And then Limbaum technically improved as well. We'll probably send him down to the AHL too. So no doubt this team is pretty much going to stay the way that it is. Let's look around the league really quickly though. This was our best season yet though in terms of like the production level of our players. So from the Pacific, it's Vegas, Burnaby, Edmonton, and Vancouver. From the Central, Minnesota, Winnipeg, Nashville, and Colorado. In the Atlantic, Tampa, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa. And in the Metro, Carolina, Washington, New Jersey, and Pittsburgh. We were the third best team in the NHL. Holy hell, Tampa won 61 games. The Islanders and Kraken both finished with under 70 points. The Lightning averaged over 4 goals a game. We had the league's second best offense at 3.5 goals a game compared to the 2.5 of the Ducks. Goals against average, the Islanders allowed 3.6 goals for per game. We were bottom 5 in that metric. Our power play percentage was at 20%, which was top 6. And our PK was at 80%, which was mid-table, closer to the bottom. So the PK continues to be an issue for us. We'll have to take a look at that. I am planning on kind of reordering the special teams. And again, a look at the final points here. I mean, Dylan Holloway, again, the AI is just being cheat codes. It explains a lot. But it's not as if he had that many more shots than Andrew Mangiapane. So it's not overly broken. But Holloway was our main man this year. I mean, look at this, too. Like, every member of the top 6, except for Kravtsov, had over 60 points. And then it was Jordan Kyrou who was there. Problem is, with Kravtsov, he had a great season. He didn't have power play time. Kyrou did. So imagine what Vitaly Kravtsov can do with power play time. It's promising. Tex had a good season. Cunnin had a good season. Stud did pretty well. Very happy with Daoust. Kurashev was a monster once we called him up as well. Defensively, great season for Ty Smith. Solid season as well for Nick Hague. I'm very happy with that defense. Very happy with that defense. And then in goal, again, goaltending was fantastic. Only 2 shutouts all year. But the goaltending was great. So around the league, only 2 guys broke 100 points. It'd be Matt Boldy and Nathan McKinnon. In terms of goal scoring, 61 for Matthews. Holloway was up there. Quite a few 50 goal getters. Ovi with 53. He now has 968 goals. Assist king was Braden Point. On defense, Victor Hedman easily just won the Norris. It's not even a conversation. Goal leader was Roman Josi with 17. And in goal, Vasilevsky with 45 wins. Shutout leader was Francouz with 7. Save percentage-wise, I think Thatcher Demko just won it. It might go to Vanacek. He leaves and turns into a Vezina winner. Fleury was good. There was some damn good goaltending this year. Wow, yeah, goaltending was way too high. Goaltending was way too high. Let me look at the Calder results really quickly. Yeah, whatever setting we tried it on recently, goaltending is out of whack. Miroshnichenko or Cole Iserman. Maybe Otto Stenberg, but I'm going to guess Miroshnichenko just won the Calder for Detroit. As McDavid always symbolo. I don't know, man. It's just the joys of EA and what it do. So yeah, that was with offsides and icing off. Sim scoring low, shots to high. So we might have to go medium high again. And see what we deal with. Maybe let's go high scoring, medium shot frequency. It's just it's tough. It's tough. I still have yet to be able to find the exact kind of setup that I'm looking for to get the results. And I think a part of it might just be, again, EA's kind of default rosters that are an issue. So with that, let's get the confirmation. It is Edmonton in round 1. We need to send down our healthy scratches. Let them hopefully play in the playoffs. So Limbaum and Liam Foudy might piss off the team a little bit, or the players, don't really care. We go best lines. Foudy is in at second line center, which is solid. So the team, Kotkaniemi, Holloway, Kravtsov, that absolutely stays. And what we're going to do is go best lines. But it will be Kotkaniemi, Holloway, and Kravtsov as mentioned. Kubalik, Dubois, and Mangiapane. Luke Cunnin will be with Jordan Kyrou and Tex. And then the fourth line, Daoust, Stud, Kurashev. I really like that offense. It would be heartbreaking to see this offense just fall off the face of the earth again. Ty Smith will be with Brett Pesce. Alexiev will be with Haig. And again, I don't care about the -2 with Ulevi and Jokiharju. I'm really not buying into chemistry at all. Mrazek will be our starter. That's center depth. I mean, yeah, Holloway, Dubois, Kyrou is a hell of a setup, is it not? Although I think Kyrou, yeah, will technically be on the wing. Still, though, it's going to be Luke Cunnin at center for the sake of the face-offs, which is still absolutely gross. I mean, that's still really goddamn good. And what we want to do here... So Olli Juolevi definitely shouldn't have that power play time. But let's go Kakaniemi, Holloway, and let's get Kravtsov in there. Surprised it sets it up that way. Kravtsov in there. Kubalik, Dubois, Mangiapane. Ty Smith is fine. It's tough between Alexiev and Haig. I don't really want to leave either out, but I kind of have to. I don't even think I'm going to put in Pesce. I think I just want Ty Smith, and then that way we have Kyrou. Cunnin and Tex can also play. And I think that'll set us up well. Because then after a power play, like, we can send out our fourth line. And our fourth line can hang with another team's top line, in theory. Although we could take out Tex, who did have a good year. Tex was actually better than Cunnin. Take out Tex, bring in Pesce. It's not a bad setup, at least. Pesce's just not the ideal candidate for the power play. Not that Alexiev or Haig are either. So that's kind of the problem. I think we go aggressive. Let's get Luke Cunnin in there. I mean, I love that top power play. That second power play is also fantastic. The lefty-righty dynamic isn't perfect, but that's okay. Like, those power plays should dominate. And then we'll have, God, who will we have here? I'm honestly surprised it's a -2. I really don't know why it's a -2. I really don't understand that. Let alone a -3. I mean, we'll go with that. That's okay. The PK has been reworked. To be honest, I don't hate that. There we go. We'll get rid of the minus there. This team is set up as well as it can possibly be set up. The AHL club as well is also still just absolutely stacked. That defense is gross. Goaltending, I mean, Engren's the guy over Rodrigue. Again, this dude we got on the free agent list, for God's sakes. So, I am very well excited to see just how badly Edmonton's going to poop on us in the playoffs, because that's just what the Oilers do. Let's be honest. It's brutal.